momentum. I am Dr. Ganesh Mughal, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, KTGM College, Nasik. Friends, we are discussing about the basic properties of a nucleus from nuclear physics. In this lecture, we have to see what is atomic mass unit, and nuclear magnetic momentum. In previous lecture, we discussed about the nuclear composition. We know that the atom consists of positive charged protons and chargeless neutrons which are present in a nucleus, while the negative charged electrons are revolving around a nucleus in a circular orbit. Okay, the mass number is the number of protons and neutrons present in a nucleus, while the atomic number is the number of electrons revolving around a nucleus in a circular orbit, or the number of protons present in a nucleus. Then we also discuss about the nuclear size and nuclear density. Rutherford bombarded alpha particle on a gold foil, and he observed that there is some massive part which is concentrated at the center of atom, and that is the nucleus. The radius of the nucleus can be found by using empirical formula, that is R is equal to R0, A is to 1 by 3. We also discuss a density of a nucleus. In previous lecture, we also discussed the nuclear charge. The nucleus consists of positive charged protons and chargeless neutron present in a nucleus, and therefore the effective charge on a nucleus is positive. Friends, in this lecture we have to see the basic properties of a nucleus, that is an atomic mass unit, and a nuclear angular momentum. After attending this lecture, the student will be understand about atomic mass, then atomic mass unit, and nuclear angular momentum. So question is arises, what is atomic mass? Atomic mass of an atom containing nucleus and Z electrons. The mass of atom, okay, total mass of atom that which containing nucleus. In a nucleus, we know that there is a positive charge protons and the chargeless neutron. Z represent the atomic number, that is the number of electrons or a number of protons present in a nucleus. The atomic mass is a sum of this that is a mass of a nucleus and the electrons. Then it can be measured with great precision with the help of mass spectrograph and the analysis of a nuclear reaction. Thus, different spectrographic techniques are used to determine the atomic mass and the atomic mass unit. The proton is 1836 times heavier than the electron, and the mass of protons and mass of a neutron are nearly equal, but the mass of the electron is a different one. Here, one atomic mass unit, that is 1 AMU, is defined as it is a 1/12 of the atom of a carbon isotope, that is a carbon 12 isotope. Atomic mass unit is defined as it is a 1/12 of an atom of a carbon isotope. Here, the isotope of carbon have a mass number 12 and the atomic number 6, and we can say that the mass equal to 12 AMU, that is atomic mass unit. One atomic mass unit is equal to 1.660 into 10 raised to minus 27 kg. We know that the mass of a proton is 1.007825 AMU, and mass of a neutron it is 1.00 8665 AMU, which is nearly equal. That is the mass of protons and mass of neutrons. It's a nearly equal. The energy equivalent to 1 AMU can be obtained by using Einstein's energy mass relation or mass energy relation, and it is equal to E is equal to m into c square, where m is a mass and c is the velocity of light. Thus we obtain energy equivalent to 1 AMU. It is equal to 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 27. Okay. Here we consider mass. Okay. Mass, it is 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 27, and the velocity of light is a 3 into 10 raised to 8, and it's a square, and therefore we get energy equivalent to 1 AMU is 1.494 into 10 raised to minus 10 joule. So this is in a joule. We can find the energy in electron volt. We know that 1 electron volt, it is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 joule, and therefore energy in electron volt E is equal to 1.494 into 10 raised to minus 10 divided by 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19, and it is equal to 931 into 10 raised to 6 electron volt, or simply 931 mega electron volt. This is energy equivalent to 1 AMU. Okay. Now, nuclear angular momentum. Like electron, both the protons and neutron have intrinsic spin. We know that the electron have spin, it is plus or minus 1/2. Okay. The electron have positive spin as well as negative spin. Similarly, like the electron, both the protons and neutron have intrinsic spin, and the spin of each neutron can be represented as S is equal to half, that is a half spin. The spin angular momentum is given by under root of S plus 1 h cross. Okay, where S is a spin, that is a spin angular momentum. Okay, h cross is a Planck constant, and this is equal to under root of 3 by 2 h cross. The spin magnetic quantum number of a nucleon is ms is equal to plus or minus half. In addition to the spin angular momentum, each nucleon has orbital angular momentum with a magnitude which is given by that is orbital angular momentum. It is under root of L in bracket L plus 1 into h cross, where L is a orbital quantum number. In previous case, S is a spin quantum number. The value of orbital quantum number is 0, 1, 2, 3 up to so on. Individual value of L can be commonly designed by the following letter. Here L, when L is equal to 0, then we can use symbol S. When value of L is equal to 1, then we can use P. When L is equal to 2, we can use D. When L is equal to 3, we can use F. And when L is 4, we can use symbol as a G. And when L is equal to 5, we can use the symbol as a H. The total angular momentum of a nucleon is given by under root of J in bracket J plus 1 into h cross, where J is the total angular quantum number. And we can take the value from L plus 1 to the L minus 1. The value of J can be taken as from L plus 1 to the L minus 1. Now there is a LS coupling and also there is a JJ coupling. In this coupling scheme, it assumes that there is a weak interaction between the orbital, that is orbital quantum number n, and spin, that is a spin quantum number s, the angular momentum vector of an individual nucleons. Instead of a orbital angular momentum vector of all nucleons assumed to be coupled to give rise resultant angular momentum, and it is given by, that is L bar, it is equal to L1 bar plus L2 bar plus L3 bar, where L bar is the orbital quantum number. Okay. Now similarly, spin angular momentum vector of all nucleons are coupled to give rise total spin angular momentum, and it is given by S bar is equal to S1 bar plus S2 bar plus S3 bar up to so on. Total angular momentum of nucleon arise from the intrinsic spin angular momentum of its proton and a neutron, and from the orbital angular momentum due to the motion of these nucleon with the nucleus, and it is given as I bar is equal to L bar plus S bar. I takes the value from L plus S to the L minus S. Here the magnitude of total angular momentum I is given as I is equal to under root of I in bracket I plus 1 into h cross, where I is called as a nuclear spin. If we consider the value of I, that is nuclear spin, is a 0, 1, 2, 3, then it is called as a boson. That is the integral spin particle. And if we consider the value of I is a plus half, 3 by 2, 5 by 2, then it is known as a fermions. Then the nomenclature of a nuclear level in LS coupling is as follows. If we consider L is equal to 0, the level designed as S. If L is equal to 1, it is P. If L is equal to 2, it is a D. If L is equal to 3, then it is F, and so on. For each value of L, there are 2s plus 1 possible integral space value of I, provided that L is greater than or equal to less than or equal to L. The quantity 2s plus 1 is called multiplicity and written as a subscript before the letter design the L value, and we can represent the spectroscopic term which is written as x 2s plus 1 and I, where x is a notation of level corresponding to the L value. Now we have to see different form. So if L is equal to 0, S is equal to 0, I is equal to 0, then the spectroscopic term is S10. Here we can denote it x 2s plus 1, 2s plus 1, here s is equal to 0. So 0 into 2, it is 0, plus 1, it is 1. So 1 s 0, value of I is a 0, and therefore the spectroscopic term is 1s0. Similarly, if L is equal to 0, S is equal to 1, and I is equal to 1, then the spectroscopic term is 2s plus 1, that is 2 into 1, that is 2, plus 1, it is a 3, and I is equal to 1, and therefore the spectroscopic term is 3s1. If we consider L is equal to 1, S is equal to 0, and I is equal to 1, then the spectroscopic term can be represented as 1p1. Okay, then if L is equal to 1, S is equal to 1, I is equal to 0, I is equal to 0 and 1, then the spectroscopic term can be written as 3p0 and 3p1. Now we have to see what is the JJ coupling. In this coupling, it assumes that the coupling between the orbital angular momentum vector L bar and the spin angular momentum vector S bar is a predominant for the some nucleons. These combine to form resultant angular momentum J, and which is given as J is equal to L bar plus S bar, where J is, we can take the value from L plus S to L minus S. The resultant nuclear angular momentum I is the vector sum of the individual vectors of all the nucleus, and it is given as I bar is equal to J1 plus J2 plus J3 up to so on. Then the magnitude of the total angular momentum I is given as I is equal to under root of I in bracket I plus 1 into H cross. The total angular momentum vector I can be oriented in a space with respect to the given axis in a 2I plus 1 direction. The component of any of the orientation along with axis is mh cross, where m is taken as a value from I to minus I as I minus 1, I minus 2 up to so on, minus I minus 1 minus I. Okay, here there is the representation of the JJ coupling. We can represent L, that is orbital angular momentum, and S as a spin angular momentum. The orbital angular momentum is represented by the blue color. Spin angular momentum is represented by green color. And the total angular momentum, which is the sum of orbital angular momentum and spin angular momentum, is represented by purple color. Okay, so this is the JJ coupling. So in this lecture we discuss atomic mass, which is the sum of a mass of a nucleon present in a nucleus, and Z electron, that is the number of electrons revolving around the nucleus. Then we also discuss about the atomic mass unit. It is a mass to the 1/12 of the carbon isotopes. Okay. Then we also find the energy equivalent to the 1 AMU, that is the atomic mass unit, and it is 931 mega electron volt. In this lecture we also discuss, that is a nuclear angular momentum. Like the electron, the neutron and the protons also have a spin motion, it have orbital motion, and therefore total angular momentum is the sum of the orbital angular momentum and the spin angular momentum. We also discuss the LS coupling and a JJ coupling. In next lecture we have to see nuclear magnetic moment. Okay, nuclear magnetic moment. The electrons revolving around a nucleus in a circular orbit, it have the spin motion, and due to the spin motion of an electron there is some magnetic moment, and that is a spin magnetic moment. And due to the orbital motion of an electron there is also some magnetic moment, which is a orbital magnetic moment, and the total magnetic moment is a sum of a spin magnetic moment and the orbital magnetic moment. All this we have to discuss in a next lecture. Thank you.